Hello everybody and welcome to another video, and today is going to be the last video of the year. I always do like one video just before Christmas, then I take the rest of the year off, come back in January and continue what I'm doing. And as has been the, well, seems to be a tradition now of the last 4, maybe 5 years, the last video of the year has always been Beard Meats Food. Adam over at BeardMeatsFood, he's a hilarious bloke, wonderful YouTuber. He does like food challenges. He's a competitive eater, really down to earth bloke, really nice guy. Never met him, but I would really like to. But anyway, that's beside the point. He only lives a little way down from me anyway. But anyway, that's not the point. You know, for the last like 4 or 5 years, he's released a song around Christmas time to raise money for charity, the Stroke Association in particular, because he lost his father to a stroke. And so, like, every year he's released a silly little Christmas song just before Christmas to try and raise money. And I think it's a wonderful, noble cause, and somehow I've got into this tradition of his Christmas song being the last video I look at for each year. I don't know how this came to be, it just did. You know, and they're normally like parodies of other songs, I think, mostly. But they're always food themed. Obviously, him being a competitive eater, he bases it around food. And it's always a bit of a laugh, bit of fun, you know. And I've always really enjoyed them because they're very, very well done, you know. And I think they're funny. And, you know, like I said, he's a nice guy. He's raising money for charity, you know. And I think it's a good cause, you know, because obviously strokes are a terrible, terrible thing. They dramatically impact families, you know, and they're just not nice. So, you know, I think what he does is a great idea. You know, for some reason, you know, he gets a lot of comments on his songs of people telling him, why are you doing this? What the hell's happening? You just stick to eating, you know, this is terrible. And they're just not grasping the idea. He's doing this for charity. You know, don't be such a dick. You know, I think they're great. I think they're fun, you know. And, yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, you know, and like I say, every year I've looked at one, and this year he's released one called Apple Pie, although for some reason on YouTube it's called Never Again. But then every year when he's done one of these songs, he says, I'm never going to do one again, but he still does every year. Yeah, but it's a bit of fun, it's good for charity, I like it. I always look at it as the last video of the year, so that's what I'm doing this year. Why not? So yeah, we'll, I don't know whether this is a parody of a song or if this is, you know, an original by him. I don't know. But we shall see. So we'll jump into this. But before we do that, if you could just take a moment to like and subscribe if you haven't already, it would really, really help me out. You know, I've been doing this for, well, almost 7 years now. And as it stands, only 3% of people watching my videos are actually subscribed, which is a little disheartening. And for that matter, I'm almost at 10,000 subscribers, which is, well, it's brilliant. I never thought I'd get that far. I never thought I'd get that, honestly, I never thought I'd get past 100 subscribers, let alone 10,000. So, you know, obviously I'm not expecting to hit 10,000 by the end of the year, but, you know, if you could like and subscribe, you know, it would really, really help me out. It doesn't cost you anything, it takes a fraction of a second, and it does make the biggest difference to me and the channel. But with that being said, let's just jump into this and see what we've got. So, Apple Pie by Adam over at BeardMeatsFood. Let's have a look. Arseholes.
Stomach's feeling tight, but I still need a bite. stale tart from the discount a la carte. The trifle doesn't look that smart. A short crust pastry would go. Oh, that's what I want. Don't we have like apple pie or something? Apple pie. One slice is never enough for me. Apple pie. Type 2 diabetes is a small price to pay. Who said the life was
So folks,
run out.
glad tidings, hope you're enjoying the festivities. Now, I know I said that there would be no more songs, but just sort of happened. If you follow the channel for any length of time, you'll know that for the last 5 years or so, every Christmas I've released a daft little song just to raise money for a charity which is really important to me. It's a charity called the Stroke Association. A lot of you might know that back in 2019, my dad passed away following a stroke, so this is just my way of doing something which kind of honors his memory and raises money for a good cause. So I would love it if you would download this year's song. It's only 99p and it's available on iTunes, Amazon, basically anywhere that you can download music. I'll leave a link in the description plus some instructions there and in the pinned comment on how you can download it. And all proceeds from downloads will be going to the Stroke Association in full, not just profits or anything like that. Anything that is raised from downloads of the song will be going to the Stroke Association, and I've done this for 5 years now, and I know they really appreciate it. We've raised a lot of money over the last half decade, and I'd love to continue to do that. Equally, I know things are pretty tight right now, so if you don't want to spend 99p on a naff song, I don't blame you. But if you've got access to a streaming service like Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, if you're posh, then streams definitely help. Admittedly, you don't earn anything like what you would earn from a download from a stream, but if you stream it a couple of times, it'll certainly help the cause. And like I say, all proceeds from downloads and streams go in full to the Stroke Association, not just profits or anything like that. Everything that is raised from this song, in addition to all the other embarrassing songs I've done over the last 5 years, in perpetuity, forever, to the end of time, goes in full to the Stroke Association. And I know they really appreciate it, so yeah, I would really love it if you would download this year's song. Equally, if you hate it and you don't want to download it, I can't blame you. If you want to make a donation of your own accord, you can do that on the Stroke Association's website, and I'm sure they would appreciate it very much. If you're unfamiliar with the Stroke Association, it's a really important, often overlooked charity which does a lot of valuable work with stroke survivors. It's particularly important this time of year when people are partying, you know, having fun, going out dancing, eating, drinking, talking, all things that people who have suffered a stroke can find really hard to do and engage in, especially while they're on the road to rehabilitation. So it would really mean a lot to me if you would download the song and contribute to the cause. I know they really appreciate it, and yeah, hope you have a great Christmas. Thanks for listening, and there's a video coming up in a few days, I think. Probably a good one.
Action! Come in.
You alright? It's like that Family Guy skit. I was gonna go for over the table, but it felt too high risk.
There we go. So, Apple Pie by BeardMeatsFood, and like you said at the end there, you know, all the proceeds that come from downloads and streams of that song go directly to the Stroke Association, and you know, it's a worthwhile thing. Like you said, it's an often overlooked charity, and you know, at this time of year, you know, people with, you know, who have suffered strokes do struggle. Well, I mean, they struggle most of the year, so you know, I think it's a worthwhile thing. And like I said, you know, even at the beginning of the video, you know, it showed all those comments of people saying horrible things about the music videos that he's been doing. Why? You know, he's trying to raise money for charity. He's having a bit of a laugh. Stop being such dicks. You know, don't take everything so seriously. It's a bit of a laugh. It's Christmas, you know. You're supposed to be like the season of goodwill. Stop being an asshole. He's doing it for charity. But, you know, I think it's worthwhile, and, you know, I let it run out at the end to let him explain everything, you know. And, you know, I'll even put a link below to the Stroke Association if I can find it, you know, if you want to go through that. And, you know, obviously I'll put a link to the original music video that he has, you know, when he's put all the links for all the streams and where you can download the song from. You know, I don't want to try and take anything away from him, if you get my meaning, you know, but I want to also help him in a way, if you get my meaning. So, you know, I think what he does is a great thing, you know. And he even said in a video, you know, every year he says he's never going to do it again, but he still ends up doing it. And, you know, I think it's great. I really enjoy it. And I know loads of other people who watch his channel do. You just get the occasional cunt who has to be a miserable twat and find something to complain about. Like so many people these days have to find something to complain about. Stop being such a miserable asshole. Have fun. Anyway, you know, it's a bit of fun. And, you know, he takes the piss out of himself, you know, in these videos, and especially in this one, because there's a specific line in there which, if anybody actually watches his videos, you'll get it. Because, you know, he does these massive food challenges where he eats, like, so much food, you wonder where the fuck he puts it. Because the guy is in unbelievable shape. You know, he is... I don't know how he does it. He is in unbelievable shape. And then he manages to cram all this food into his body. And then after he does that, he turns around and goes, "Have you got a dessert menu?" And everybody in the establishment's like, "Are you fucking joking me? After you've just eaten all that shit?" You know, it's a bit of an ongoing gag with him. You know, he doesn't always do it, because occasionally it does, you know, it's a bit hard for him. But, you know, it's an ongoing joke for him, and he's basically making fun of it here. And I love it, you know. I think Adam is one of the nicest people, you know. I've never actually met him. I'd really like to. But, you know, he seems so down to earth, you know. He shows clips of all these people coming up to him and going, "Oh my God, are you BeardMeatsFood?" And he's always very receptive. He's always very pleasant to them. And, you know, they're like, "Can we have a photo?" He's always very nice about it. You know, he seems like a really nice bloke, you know. And he's from, I think it's Leeds, which is not actually far from where I live. But, you know, I'd love to meet the guy, but... it's never likely going to happen. I mean, two very different YouTube channels going on there. But anyway, just for a bit of a laugh, we'll just talk about the song. Because the song, again, featured his absolutely beautiful sister. I can never remember what her name is. He always refers to her as Sister Beard. But yeah, she's been in the last few. So yeah, there's that. You know, so it adds that little bit extra. Because I think the first two... he did just by himself, and then his sister joined in for the rest of them. And I think it's because, you know, it's obviously raising money for their father's the charity that their father was associated with. But anyway, the song goes, "Dinner time again, 7 courses in, stomach's feeling tight, but I still need a bite. I gotta finish strong, no dessert is wrong, catch the waiter's eye, even if I die." So he's like, you know, 7 courses in, his stomach's feeling a bit tight, but he still needs that little bit extra, you know. I've got to finish strong. No dessert is wrong, you know. It's just wrong to have dinner and not a dessert. And, you know, this sort of leans into that sort of ongoing joke on his channel where he does these massive food challenges and then asks for dessert afterwards, you know, for a bit of a laugh. And it goes, "Excuse me, can I see the dessert menu, please?" Which is normally what he says after he's done one of these challenges, like, "Have you got a dessert menu?" And then it goes, "I don't want the chocolate cake or an ice cream with a flake. Creme brulee is a big mistake. I want something, I need it crispy, warm and baked." Then goes into the chorus, "Apple pie, 1 slice is never enough for me. I won't lie, type 2 diabetes is a small price to pay. Who's saving my pants now?" Now, I don't know, that's something I forgot to mention. I don't know what song... if this is a parody of another song. It's got a certain sort of Green Day-ish or Blink-182-ish sound. If anybody can actually tell me the song that this is a parody of, please let me know. Because I'd like to know. But anyway. And he's saying, "Who's saving my pants now?" Now, whether that's a reference to the waistband possibly breaking, the button possibly breaking, or perhaps something a little grosser, you know, he's made jokes about soiling himself in the past, so who knows, that might be what he's referring to as well, because, I mean, that is a lot of food. Anyway, this will take a while, but I'll force a smile. Mints are wafer thin, but they're filling in. So, there's wafer thin mints, after the meal, but he's gonna fit them in as well. There's gonna be a little space for them in there somewhere. Kitchen's closing up, but I'm not quite stuffed. I could eat a horse, give me another course. So he still wants more and more. I don't want tiramisu or a chilled white chocolate mousse. The cheese ball smells a bit like shoe. I need it warmed with whipped cream too. Your cheese ball smells a bit like shoe. If your shoe smells like that, you need to get it looked at. Apple pie, one slice is never enough for me. I won't lie, type 2 diabetes is a small price to pay. Who's saving my pants now? I don't want the Bakewell tart from the discount a la carte. The trifle doesn't look that smart. A shortcut pastry work of art's what I want. Don't you have apple pie or something? And then it goes back into that chorus. Apple pie, one slice is never enough for me. I won't lie, type 2 diabetes is a small price to pay. Who's saving my pants now? And that's it, It's a silly song. It's a bit of fun. He's basically talking about how he just likes to eat and eat and eat and eat. And, well, why not? I think it's a bit of fun. The song is really, really catchy. Like I say, I think it's a parody of another song, but I don't know what. Like I say, he's got a sort of Green Day, Blink-182 era sort of sound to it. I couldn't tell you who the band was, and if anybody can, let me know if it is a copy of another song. But it does sound slightly familiar. It's a bit of fun. It's for a good cause. And like I say, if I can find a link to the Stroke Association, I'll put it down below, along with a link to his video. As I always put a link to the video I look at in the comments below. So if you want to go along and find out how you can donate or where to download the song from, etc., you've got the links there. Because I don't want to take anything away from the guy, because I think what he does is outstanding. And it's always good to support a charity. I'm fully behind it, and if I can help him in any way, I'm more than happy to. But yeah, little bit of fun just before Christmas. Like I say, this is going to be the last video of the year, so I won't be releasing anything else until January. I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful Christmas, or whatever holidays you might observe. And yeah, I will see you all in the new year. Yeah, I'll leave you with that. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.